All right, all right. Greetings, everyone. This is your spiritual consultant, your Shad'O, Madam Shad'O, here in the Shadow Gallery with the Hell Pause as per usual. Tonight's end of day lesson is Eight of Swords upright. Story time. This young man here honestly had it in his mind that he had Sleeping Beauty syndrome. Like, there was no reason for him to think it. There was no one in his family that had it. He knew of no one who had it, but he had convinced himself that he had Sleeping Beauty disease. Sleeping Beauty disease is when people just pass out and literally go into a death-like state of rest, where their breathing is so shallow, their heartbeat and their pulse is so slow that it is like dead. This is where the term dead ringer came from, because back then they would have to bury people with bells, a string tied around their hand, and it links outside to a bell. So if they were accidentally buried alive, they would ring the bell and they knew to bring them back up. He had convinced himself of this. There was no reason for it. He finally decided one day, why do I think this? I don't know anyone who has it. I've never even known someone who has it. So why do I think I have it? He placed himself in that box for years. Was so afraid that he would be sitting on the bench one day feeding pigeons and fall asleep, and next thing he knows, he wakes up buried alive. This is something he did to himself. This was no one else's doing but his own. Normally, these swords are things that people are doing to you. This is not someone else's doing. This is self-inflicted. You placed yourself in this box. You confined yourself. You restricted yourself. And as much as you would love to blame outside influences and outside sources, you have no weight to stand on. There's no merit here. This is you. Anything you feel like you can't do, or I can't do this, or I'm not allowed to do that. Is it? Is it that you can't? Is it that you're not allowed? Or are you just saying it? Have you been so used to confining yourself and restricting yourself that has now become your new normal? That has become your go-to answer. You did this. You can undo it. Start with you. Break yourself out of that box. Stop believing that you can't. Because whether you believe you can or you can't, you're going to always be right. And it's always up to you. You have the power in your hands, and I need you to take control of it.